Hey guys, what's up? So I'm really excited because today I'm talking about soul punk. Um, it's taken me such a long time to make this video, and I'm so happy to finally be getting around to doing it. This album is everything to me. So influential, so important. I just respect and admire Patrick so much for making this album, for putting his everything into it, and just his blood, sweat, tears, money, energy, uh, you know, because he believed in it that much and really wanted to get this out because, he had a lot to say, and I think he said everything that he needed to say. And I think one of the things that I love is that there's so many hidden meanings. Like, he's telling stories of things that are somewhat true, but disguising them in a way so it's not like in your face, I'm telling you my story, like he disguises it as a sexy love song and a drinking song, and but there's really deep meanings behind each and every one of those songs. And I think for the most part, the fans, know how Patrick works, know how his mind works. And so we pick up on those messages and, and those stories. And so we appreciate this album so much because we know how much he's needed to say. And, and he has gotten a lot of hate for the album, and I think it's just because some people just really didn't understand it. And so, of course, they had to put it down because they didn't understand it. And what really gets me are the people that bought tickets to his shows just to tell him to his face that they didn't like it. Now, for me, if I don't like something, I'm not going to spend the money on it. But that's neither here nor there. But, I have to respect Patrick so much for getting the courage to do this album because, and as cliche as this is going to sound, but the old Patrick, wouldn't have even thought of doing a solo album, wouldn't have even crossed his mind. He wouldn't have even in a million years had the confidence and the courage to do a solo album. So I'm really, really happy that, he finally found that confidence within himself and the courage within himself to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to do it. I have a lot to say, and I have a lot of creative energy that I need to get out. So I really defend soul punk. I really stand by the album just as he does, and I'm just as proud of it. For the simple fact of how much time and effort he put into it. He didn't put it out until it was something that he was happy with, and to him, it was perfect. He initially had the first cut of the album done, I think in like late 2009, 2010, somewhere around there. But he ended up scrapping the album because to him, it was all over the place, and he just didn't like it. And that's where Truant Wave came about, as most of you know. So he scrapped the entire thing and started completely over and came up with, what soul punk is today. and I honestly love it. I listen to it constantly. I mean, even when I first got it, I mean, that was pretty much all I listened to for months at a time because I just loved it so much. And so I ended up getting to see his soul punk show because he came to St. Louis at a place called Fubar, which was the most perfect venue for him to showcase his solo work. And then I saw him again that November after the album had come out, opening up for Panic, and on the last little bit of the tour that they were on. And but I ended up meeting him after his solo show, and I told him how amazing he was. The show was just amazing, and of course, he thanked me for coming out and supporting him, in his solo endeavors, and which I always will. No matter what he's doing, I'll always support him and back him, because I just respect him and admire him that much. But soul punk is my heart and soul. I mean, it is my pride and joy. I mean, I get the same feeling that Patrick gets, when people come up to him and just tell him how much they love it, because it is amazing. And it's, it's different. And I don't know why a lot of people were expecting it to sound like Fall Out Boy. I'm just like, well, that's silly. I'm like, because it's him. It's his work. It's his album. Of course it's not going to sound like Fall Out Boy. It's going to sound nothing like Fall Out Boy. And, so for people to expect that, I think was really unfair. Which, I don't know, a lot of you might agree with me, disagree with me, I don't know. But, if you agree with me or disagree, please leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I would love to hear from you guys. If you want to see more videos like this, just feel free to let me know, and I'll be more than happy to make more videos like this. I do plan on making more YouTube videos on my channel, so subscribe and stay tuned for that, because you might be surprised at what I come up with. So stay tuned for that. So bye.